4 games.
And Lindor blasts one to deep right field. Back goes Stowers at the wall. It's out of here. Francisco Lindor.
Jose hammers one deep to left field. Back is Hayward. He's out of room. It's out of here. And the Guardians will play from in front. Acuna to right field. And deep. And gone. Ronald Acuna Jr. with a laser.
All right, you are now listening to and watching the Baseball Aficionado. Happy to be back. This is Santos, of course, your guy. Back once more. Before you do anything, if you are watching this on YouTube, for the love of God, hit the like, comment, subscribe. It helps, to keep us going. It keeps the interaction going, the whole thing. And of course, also, I want to say, make sure you check out bbaficionado.com. That's the clothing brand, of course, hats, tees. We're coming out with an exclusive WBC inspired drop any day now, expected for this weekend. So look out for that and all that good stuff. So check that out. You get 10% when you subscribe. Now, without further delay, I want to welcome back to the show my guy, my mentor. He hates when I say that to him, but I don't care. I'm going to keep saying it to him. I got my guy, Yusseff Díaz, Pelota, Cubana. You know how we get down. We're going to break down a lot of different things. We're going to talk a little classic. Can Mexico win the whole thing? How dangerous is the Netherlands, right? They're always a very dangerous team. People laugh at them, but they always give teams a hard time. How about them? MLB Lockout, right? Tony Clark, de Sinvergüenza. We'll talk about him, right? And all those things and more. So without further delay, let's get into it. My guy, Yusseff Díaz, baby, let's go. I said it.
What's going on, brother? What's going on?
Good,
bro. Here, live from DR, live from DR. I'm on paternity leave.
That's right.
I just had a child with my wife. We have 3 kids in between us. She has a child, I have a child, and this is the child that we have together. So we have a nice, beautiful blended family.
That's right. That's right. That's how it should be.
Yeah, no, awesome.
That's how it should be.
I thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
She's an angel. She's an angel. Yeah.
So you ready? Man. You ready for this classic, man? You ready for the classic?
Yeah, I'll be there. I'm gonna cover the DR game here on the 3rd. On the 4th, I'm flying to Miami. I'll pick up the credentials, and then I'll do my thing. I'm probably gonna try to interview. I'm gonna interview Dusty Baker, Carlos Rodriguez pitching for Nicaragua. That's half Cuban. His father's Cuban, and then you got Ismael Munguia because his agent's a very good friend of mine. Yeah, well, he was the batting champion in DR this year in the Winter League with La Estrella Orientales. So yeah, no, it's
good player.
Good player. It's an interesting classic, man. When you say Netherlands, I say pesky. They're a very pesky team. They're like, they're like a Timu version of Puerto Rico.
Timu, right? Timu, Puerto Rico.
Yeah, Puerto Rico is more talented, but they play the same kind of baseball, man. They're fundamentals, man.
They're pain. They don't make mistakes.
I really dislike playing that team, man. Well, they own Cuba. Cuba can't beat them. There's a good witch doctor in Curacao that has something with Cuba. So yeah, we can't beat them.
We're gonna talk about them in a few minutes, right? But before we do that, I want to get into the lockout, right? Or the upcoming, what we believe is the lockout. El Sinvergüenza de Tony Clark. I gotta call him that because the guy had a big position, right? Yeah. Powerful position, and he dropped the bag over, you know what, right? Over a piece, right? What are your thoughts on that and what happened? Break it down from what you understand.
I haven't really looked into what he did, but he didn't do a bad job. Well, the thing is with baseball, the MLBPA is probably the strongest union in the United States, stronger than the Teamsters. And the Teamsters were backed by the mob for a long time. But remember, when Donald Fur proved collusion by the owners, that was it, man. That was it, brother. So and they didn't drug test like what, 2013?
They lasted a long time without drug testing. I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. You know what my opinion is. I think they should have a salary cap. Not much of a cap, but more of a bottom. And teams that can't, a salary floor. And if you can't meet that salary floor, then you have to sell the team. That will get rid of owners like Bruce Sherman, who's a cheapskate. I'm gonna say, like, the thing is, all right, How is it you have the 12th ranked market in the United States, right? Which is Miami.
Right.
And you can't
More or less. Yep.
The Heat have no problem selling tickets. The Dolphins, who stink, have no problem selling tickets. The Hurricanes definitely, and the Panthers. So the problem is this
Panthers doing really well.
Yeah. The problem is that with these guys, it's not that the fans suck, because they suck. They've been disrespecting their fans for so long. Being a native of Miami, I'll tell you this because I lived it. That we're not going to go to any games until you put a good product on the field, until you start spending some money. That's what it is. And then the thing is, they've had a slew of bad owners. John Henry. Jeffrey Lurie is the reason why the Nationals are in Washington. And then you have this guy who's like a Timu version of, sorry, I keep using the Timu. A Timu version of John Henry. I mean, not Henry, he's worse than Lurie. He's the second poorest owner in baseball. So why would you sell to this guy?
I have a lot of theory behind that, when it comes to that. I mean, it's almost like they try to sabotage baseball in Miami. Couldn't make it up.
They try to force feed us Derek Jeter. You could have sold that team to the Moss family, who's worth like $8 billion as a whole family. George Moss Jr. is worth $3 billion by himself. They're building that soccer stadium by themselves for the Miami football team. I don't know. I forgot their name.
What is it? Miami, Inter Miami, right?
Miami or Miami.
Pink. They got pink.
Bro, great jerseys. Beautiful. I have a jersey. Yeah. I love the jerseys. But you sold these guys would have probably got rid of Stanton and that's it. But when they came in, Lurie told us, build us a stadium, right? Build a stadium, and I'll never do this again. A year later, he did it. He did he just fire sale. Away. And these guys come in, do a fire sale, right? And then they don't spend any money. You go to the playoffs twice, right? You get rid of Miss Inge, who did a hell of a job.
Yeah, she did a great Kim Eng.
Yeah, Kim Eng. She did a hell of a job. She's a hell of a GM. And then you put, I get it that this guy's made a lot better trades, this GM they have now. And I see a light at the end of the tunnel, right? Because the trades he's made and the people we got, like Thomas White, Robbie Snelling. Then we got, from Baltimore, we got the center fielder. What's this kid's name? He was an all-star. We got a bunch of players on trades. And we got Otto Lopez. We picked him up like he was a DFA. Xavier Edwards is good. We got this catcher coming up, Joe Mack is gonna come up this year. They made a great trade. That Agustin Ramirez trade. They robbed the Yankees, and then we robbed the Yankees again now with the Cabrera trade. You got like 5 prospects from the top 30. So I'm not saying he's doing a bad job, but eventually you're gonna have to spend money if you want fans to go to the ballpark. That's why I'm all for a salary floor.
So you just to clarify, so you're more of a proponent of a salary floor or a salary cap or both?
Cap,
because I feel like one can't exist without the other, though.
That's the thing. It can. Because the NFL salary cap is not a hard cap.
No,
there's a billion ways around it, but there is a salary floor in the NFL where you can't spend less. That'll deter teams like the Marlins from doing what they do.
Right. Yeah, Pirates.
I'm a proponent of that.
Cleveland Indians. I was about to whatever. The Indians.
The Indians. Guardians. I refuse to call them the other name. Like the Washington Redskins. I refuse to call them
the Washington football team.
Yeah, no, the Redskins to me, man. I'm old school.
I think I'll be honest with you. I don't think that the Tony Clark situation, it looks bad. I think it has nothing to do with what's going to happen going forward, because the union is still going to have its guys. You know what I mean? Like they're still going to have their guys. The union, one guy is not going to change anything.
It's going to be a lockout, bro. It's going to be a lockout.
There's going to be a lockout. Yeah, I think we might miss games.
Yeah,
I think we might miss games.
Yeah, but they should be careful with that, because baseball, it's a dying sport, but it's more our generation, which is close.
Yeah, of course.
And the younger generation. So they've done a lot of things to modify the game. Like with the pitch clock, that was a great invention. The more playoff teams, because this younger generation has a short attention span. You need to cater to them, and I can see a lot more runs. Like that, getting rid of the shift was genius, because that was getting out of hand.
Yeah, that was terrible. That shift, I hated the
whole
shift.
Team on over here. Come on, man. I was tired of seeing.
You had the outfielder. You had the outfielder playing shortstop.
Yeah. No. I was like, because everything is sabermetrics now. The evil war. Evil war.
Yeah. What is it good for?
Like, there you go. I'm more of a proponent of a cap. Of a floor than the actual cap. Being a guy from Miami,
I hear you.
Having to see the the nonsense, the hijinks from the Marlins. You know?
Well, me being a Mets guy and obviously naturally a New York guy, I'm like, spend more money, spend it all.
Well, you can. You're the number one market. But the problem is, you had an owner. That one I never understood. How are you the number one market? You're not spending money. I get it. He got ripped off by Madoff.
Oh, the
still,
old owners,
you're in the number one market. Why are you not spending money? I was like,
they were cheap bastards. That's why.
Yeah, I agree. The
good riddance.
Because they have a great TV deal and Mets fans are. I know a lot. I have a lot of friends that are Mets fans. Well, including you, but Mets fans, New York fans are very loyal. Heck, there's nobody loyal, even though I hate to see them win, than New York Knicks fan.
Nah, the Knicks.
Yeah, the Knicks. There you go. I'm sorry. I feel there's a can for that. The Knicks. Yeah.
The Knicks.
Yeah,
right.
There's no loyal fans in basketball in those guys. You know, so you got to give them their.
I hit the wrong one. This is what I want to talk about first.
I hate playing those guys.
Oh, here we go. Now this is the real deal, right? Here we go. Yeah. Now, can the Netherlands cause chaos in Group D? You and I, we've been talking about this offline. What do you think?
Name a team that has beaten the DR more than once and Cuba more than once. You know, besides the Netherlands.
Well, Puerto Rico's never beaten Cuba more than once. I think only once. We only played each other before one time, right?
And Japan's never played DR. And Japan's never played DR. But Japan beats the hell out of Cuba too. But the thing is, all right, they can hit, man. You have Profar. You have Albies, who's healthy because he's on the roster. You have
He's going to be there. He's going to be there.
Yeah. You have Rafaela, you know, who's going to hit in that tournament. You got Chadwick Trump. You have a pretty good team there. All right. The only problem is, how do you get to Kenley Jansen? Because there's no pitching.
How are they going to get the outs? That's what worries me.
But they always find a way. They always find a way. I don't know how they do it. You have the ageless Sharon Martis.
Oh my God, that guy's been around since the first classic.
But he's only 38 years old.
What?
You remember he was 19 when he threw that no-hitter.
Right. Oh my! I couldn't believe that he was on that roster.
Yeah, he was. It was against South Africa. Wasn't he threw the no-hitter? It was against South Africa, which I could probably throw him no-hitter against. But
I was gonna tell you that with your left arm, you probably could have thrown a no-hitter.
But all right, I see a lot of winter league players like Wendell Floranis, who's pitched the DR, Lars Huber. You know, you got Derek West, who's like a Caribbean League veteran. So those guys, I don't know, man. I'd be scared. Obviously, Eric Mendez. These guys are a lot. Obviously, DR and Venezuela are a lot more talented than they are. That's not arguing. I'm not saying that they could beat them, but they're gonna scare somebody. One of those two teams, they're gonna scare.
So this is what I'm gonna ask you. Yeah. No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Since you said that, right? If you were a betting man, right? Let's say you were a betting man, which you are not. But let's say you were a betting man, right? Just for the heck of it. If you had a guess, which game, who will they beat in that group? Like, because I'm assuming you don't think they're going to be winless, right? You think they're going to make some noise. They're going to cause some chaos, right? Will they beat Venezuela or DR or both? Could they beat both?
Not both. They'll beat the other teams. But knowing how Venezuela and DR are, all right, I don't want to phrase this wrong, but they're underachieving teams based on their talent. Like let me put it better. They play down to the level of competition. They're like the Miami Hurricanes back in the days. We used to play down to the level of our competition.
Right. Oh my God.
Yeah. They're just like that. I'm like, and like you see them, like you see the DR's roster. DR's roster is chock full of players, but Albert Pujols is not a good manager.
You know what I'm saying? No, listen, I agree. He's not a great manager, but maybe. Yeah,
I said on the program in Spanish the other day when I was over there that DR, the management has always been terrible. I mean, Rodney Linares especially. I killed Rodney Linares on that show because he is a terrible manager. I could have managed that team. Yeah. How do you take Jeremy Pena? He basically took Jeremy Pena on vacation the last one because he didn't play. Played like one game. He stuck with Franco, who wasn't hitting. You had that team was full. The bench was full of players. So why would you not move your bench?
Yeah. Here's the funny thing about that classic, right? Since we're mentioning that classic, the funny thing about that classic, and I remember, and mind you, right? Yes, I'm Puerto Rican. Yes, I wanted to win that game. But the first thing that went through my mind was, how do you have Jan Segura sitting on the bench? This guy is clutch. He was clutch at the time.
He was playing guard and tackle in that series. Guard the
That guy
Gatorade
was
tackle.
just chilling
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, yo,
I'm
I
like,
was like,
how
why
did-
is this guy on the bench?
on the
I was telling that to
bench.
my wife because you know my wife is a journalist as well, and she covers the DR. I was like, baby, why are these guys on the bench? Oh, but you had to be in the press conference, man. There's this she's a veteran journalist named Adelaida from the DR. She let him have it. She told him like in these words, Oye caballo. She told him just like that, like, Oye caballo, que tú estabas haciendo? I was like, hey horse, what are you doing? Basically what she told him, man.
The translation.
Yeah,
Horse.
That the whole like all the media room lost. It was the highlight of it. And not only did he not do a good job, he didn't. Benares did not endear himself with the media. The answers that he would give, he was a Yadi Molina light with his answers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that just looked fundamentally bad the whole tournament, man. DR did.
You know what's funny? I'll be honest with you, I didn't like the job that Yadi did then. But in his defense, I feel like he might have become a better. He hasn't stopped managing.
No,
Pujols has only managed once. You understand what I'm saying? Yadi's still managing.
And Escogido won that championship in spite of Albert Pujols. In fact, they won that championship because Placido Polanco, the bench coach, is a hell of a bench coach, man. And that'll be his bench coach for the World Baseball Classic. Maybe that'll save him. I mean, I do not see DR or Venezuela not advancing.
They better.
I mean?
They better. No. Forget about not. They better.
The most underachieving team internationally, period, is called Venezuela. Oh, hands down. Serie Caribe, all that stuff. No, they're just. I don't know, bro. They just.
How do they only have 8 Serie Caribe? They've been in it since the beginning.
They're like the Atlanta Braves of the Caribbean. You know what I mean? That's what they are.
Right. All this talent they have a lot of talent. They got a lot of talent, but it's like, what are they doing?
And they're one of the teams that's not affected that much because it's only Altuve and I think Luzardo, but Luzardo's still in their reserves.
The reserve. Pablo Lopez is.
Oh yeah, that's recently. But compare that to. I know I always go back to that, but Cuba has like 40 people out of there, you know. So I don't know.
40. They have like two. What is it? 2 28-man rosters out. Not one.
And one major leaguer, which is Moncada, the commandant John Moncada. Yeah. But no. Seriously, no. But I'd be careful with these guys, man. They're sneakily good. And then only thing that might hurt them is that Hensley Munoz is not the manager for this classic. Because Hensley Munoz is a master strategist. Remember, you got Andrew Jones managing your team for the first time. But his coaching staff looks pretty good because I'm looking at
solid.
Jared Jurgens is his pitching coach. Yep. You got Randolph Oderberg. Remember, he's been with them for
another guy.
Time.
Yep.
Yeah, and then you got Dashenko Ricardo sneaking in as the bullpen catcher, which is another coach. You know what I mean? So right. you have a lot. They're not bad, man. They're a lot of experienced guys. You know.
I think they probably win at least 2 games. Now I'm not saying it's going to be against Venezuela and DR, but maybe one of the two they might be.
I don't know. Is Brazil in their group? Because I haven't really looked at the groups. If Brazil's in their group, I don't know. That's a tough game because that's no, Brazil's not in the group.
Real quick, no. That's Group D. So it's
Israel,
group
Nicaragua. Yeah, they'll be Israel and Nicaragua.
Yeah,
they'll be Israel.
So they could. So I think they could probably decently win at least 2 games.
No, I see Nicaragua or Israel having to qualify for the next WBC. I see Cuba for sure having to qualify for that, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a few. Oh my God! So I want to get to Mexico, right?
Oh man, good
because team. Mexico and we both on the same page on this, right?
Yeah.
Mexico is one of those teams that nobody talks about that is very talented. Okay. I know. I saw when they eliminated Puerto Rico because Rosarena could not drop a ball. I mean, you hit everything. He catches everything. I was yelling at him and cursing at him.
Player, even nicer guy, man. He's one of the. He's like one of the. Yeah, no. He's one of. He seeks you out for interviews. He's one of the guys that's a pleasure to interview, man. Nice guy, man. All around nice guy, great player. One thing that might hurt Mexico is that they don't really have starting pitching. They have a bullpen.
Yeah, starting pitching is not great. Yeah, I agree.
Like Walker, Taiwan Walker. That's another thing. They're the United Nations of Mexico. Because Taiwan Walker, is he really Mexican?
Well, I think his mom is though.
His mom. Randy's not Mexican at all. Randy just lives
there.
No. Yeah, I hate when they say that. Randy Rosarena, no, he's not Mexican, dude. He's from Pilar del Rio. He's Cuban.
He found the loophole, bro.
I mean, I don't blame Randy. I wouldn't play for Cuba either. The way he was treated, the way I don't recommend none of these guys play for Cuba, to be honest. No, but that's something else. Yeah, that's something else. But you know, look at your infield. Jonathan Aranda. You got Joey Meneses. You got Roddy Tellez. You got the Urias brothers. You got Nick Gonzalez. These are solid guys.
Yeah.
Kirk is your catcher, which
he can
Ramey
hit.
is one of the best catchers, and he can hit. And then you got look at your outfit. You got Randy Rosarena, Jaron Duran was a jack of all trades. That guy does everything, bro. Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised he doesn't pitch too. Because
ese equipo batea. They're gonna hit. They're gonna score runs. The only problem is like what you said, right? Is the starting pitching gonna hold up? And another thing that we need to mention, which a lot of people don't mention, they give USA a lot of problems. They've played Team USA. They give them fits. Them fits.
Oh man, yeah. I don't know what it is with Mexico and USA, man.
Yeah, they give them trouble, and they always have
since the first classic. Yeah, no. But Mexico's a team that's sneakily
pain.
All right, Mexico's a Latin country that plays both baseball and soccer. One of the few, very good baseball and soccer. I think the only one that plays good.
And boxing ni hablar, boxeo ni hablar.
No, come on, man.
They do everything.
They're the best Latin country. And you know what? I've been to cover their league. Huh?
No, they're not in boxing. No, I will fight you on that.
No, I'm not saying pound for pound, Puerto Rico's better. But I'm saying in brute numbers, they got more champions. It's a bigger country.
Yeah. No. I just messing with you. Yeah.
No, that's one of the best boxing rivalries. I can't take away Puerto Rico's, man. And hopefully,
in boxing,
Cuba when it opens up this year.
Oh yeah, for sure. Champions. Oh, forget right away, instantly. You're gonna see a whole pipeline just open up out of nowhere.
Yeah, no. But you got to give. And the Mexican League, I've covered the Mexican League. It's a very underrated league, especially with the 20 foreigners that they have now. And it's just a great league. Like Mexicans like baseball, believe it or not. People don't talk about it, but those stadiums are full. And those stadiums are Major League caliber, especially the Mexican Pacific League. And you know why? I'm not gonna say it out loud, but you know why.
Right. Let's just say they have good backers.
Yeah, they pay very well, and the stadiums. Why do you think they have the Serie Caribe every other year there? Because they have the best stadiums in the Caribbean and the best fans. Because those fans go everywhere, man. Those are the best fans in the Caribbean, hands down.
Yeah, they're great fans. Tremendous. They watch all the games, not just Mexico. They watch everybody.
Yeah, no, and nice people. Like I enjoyed my time in Mexico. There's a misconception that Mexico is a third world country. No, it's not.
No. Great. They got great people, great facilities.
Oh man, and great food, great everything, man. I just had all around great time in Mexico. One of the more, it's a beautiful place. I would recommend somebody go there and go see Mexico. It's a beautiful country. A lot of great history.
And a lot of Cubans too.
Huh?
A lot of Cubans there too.
Sometimes not the ones that are on my side, but there's a lot of Cubans in Mexico.
Not the one, not the Cuban B.
Yeah. Yes, Cuban B. No, man, but no. Mexico is. Don't be surprised if Mexico makes it all the way to the semifinals, because they also play very fundamentally sound baseball.
They do.
You know,
they do.
Absolutely. Very fundamentally sound team. It's the Caribbean teams that are not, besides Puerto Rico, like Cuba, not fundamentally sound at all. The DR, they frustrate you with some of the things they do, but they're so talented that they can overcome them. They're like the Hurricanes this year. They frustrate you, but they overcome with their.
They overcome
talent.
it. Yeah. I think Venezuela sometimes is kind of like they sometimes is, but I just think que tan salado. I just feel like tiene una sal, bro.
Luis Sojo's a terrible manager, bro.
Yeah.
Luis Sojo. The Venezuela is like the Smurf with like the rain cloud over them. That's Venezuela, man. They have their super team. I mean, you got to get
but Venezuela, they got. No, but this year they're gonna have Omar Lopez, and Omar Lopez is a good manager.
Yeah, he's been to Serie Caribe, isn't he? Wasn't he the manager of
Puerto Rico?
Yeah, No, and also with Lo Caribe.
Cangrejeros.
Lo Cangrejeros, but also with Lo Caribe. I think he went to the Serie Caribe.
Down Swategi, yeah.
Yeah, Swategi. No, but no. This guy's not a bad manager. Yeah, but Luis Sojo was terrible, man. He made some of the worst moves. Yeah. Like I remember that semifinal game against South Korea when he started like a guy that was like 4-15 in the majors. When he had Felix Hernandez on deck, I was like, "What are you doing, bro?"
Oh my God!
7 runs in the first thing. No, if I was a Venezuelan, I would have found out and we would have had to fight. If I was that was my manager.
Would have to knock this guy out.
Yeah, man. No. But no.
So this is the question that everybody, the casuals, want to know, right? Is United States or República Dominicana? So I'm going to ask you two things, right? Number one, who is facing more pressure, like that they have to win? And number two, who is more talented on paper?
Okay, I think to me, USA has better pitching.
I agree.
Top to bottom. On the field, they match up pretty well. More pressure, DR. Because let's be honest, Americans don't care about the World Baseball Classic.
Right.
The American team is not very patriotic when it comes to the World Baseball Classic. You know what I mean?
No.
I think us immigrants that come here, like myself, that was born in Cuba and raised here, are more patriotic than some Americans. To be honest, like we care.
Yeah, you guys are more American. Yeah, Hialeah is more patriotic than.
Yeah, they take it like laissez-faire. Like who cares?
Whatever. Okay.
But Dominicans, the pressure's on them because they do a lot of talking. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so all this talk, and if Puerto Rico beats them, they better just leave they just don't come play anymore because Puerto Rico owns them in the last few classics. But no, it's on Dominican because you put this star-studded team together. You got Albert Pujols. You got supposedly this stud group of coaches. So you better win. You better win.
Yeah.
You better win. And
I agree.
You got all this money tied in. You got the $700 million man. You got the $500 million man. You got the $300 million man. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so you better come. You better bring it, bro. I'm not saying they won't. I'm not saying they won't go to the final. They have the talent to do all that, but until I see it, it's hard to believe because they've come up short. 2009. Let's not even talk about out of all the Latin countries. I think they're the ones that have been eliminated most in the first round. We've never been eliminated in the first round. Neither has PR. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, they better bring it.
I agree. And I think, look, like you said, while USA wants to get, they want to get their revenge, right? They want to get back. It's like, whatever. Okay, if we do, we do. If we don't, we don't. DR, this is like their world. Like, this is their thing. If they don't win, like baseball is, right? That's their thing. So, like, if DR loses, right? If they get knocked out in the semis or whatever, it will be Armageddon in DR. Like, I think that.
I won't be here, though. Because I'll be in the United States when that. So, I'll be okay because they'll probably come to my house with pitchforks and torches and stuff from me. This is the guy that brought us bad luck. Nah, but like I said, they have all the talent to do it. They're probably out of all the Latin countries, they're the best team.
Yeah, of course. On paper.
But Puerto Rico has intangibles, bro. That counts sometimes. They play the game right. If you play the game wrong, eventually the baseball gods will, make you pay. You have to pay. You can't walk people. You can't make errors. DR does a lot of that. The thing is that they think the 3-run homer can erase everything. Doesn't always do that, and you don't always hit the 3-run homer. Puerto Rico with that small ball, great defense, sneakily good pitching. It's a good team. You know
what my gut instinct is telling me? That my gut instinct is telling me that DR is gonna get picked off. They're gonna get picked off early again because I just think that
for their sake, I hope not.
Well, no, but I agree. But I just feel like there's so much pressure on them.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like that country is gonna collapse if they get eliminated early. And I just feel like they gotta win.
They're gonna overthrow the president if they lose the World Baseball. No, but
I think USA I really think this is gonna be the USA revenge tour. I think this is it.
I mean, look at their pitching staff: Paul Skeens, Terry Scooble, Logan Webb. Jesus Christ! And then their bullpen and their hitting.
Too much.
Mark DeRosa is a good manager, but his bench coach is Freddie Gonzalez. I actually spoke to Freddie.
Right.
I interviewed him this year. And Freddie's a good bench coach, man.
I love him. I love him.
Oh,
I
nice
wish
guy,
that
man.
they gave him another chance.
One of the nicest guys to it. You know, I would love to see in the Democratic Cuba, started to bring politics into it. Freddie Gonzalez be the manager of Team Cuba. That would be that.
Love it.
That would make everything come full circle. And you know what?
Yep.
People would play for Freddie.
Absolutely.
All the Cubans, Cuban Americans.
He's a man. He's a man's man. He's a man's man.
I mean, that would be with the Cubans and Cuban Americans together. That would be a hard team to beat, man. Not only that not only would it be a good team, but they would be motivated.
Right.
You know, that team would be motivated.
Yeah,
that team would be motivated.
I agree.
But,
he's a great baseball man.
Oh yeah, nice guy.
He made
very knowledgeable.
He made a couple mistakes, like he would ruffled feathers, but he deserves a check. Like he's not, you know what I mean? Like he deserves. People make mistakes. He deserves another opportunity.
He likes to play the game right. That thing with Hanley, I would have sent Hanley down too. You drop a fly ball and you just walk away. No, man, you run after that ball.
Yep.
No, just Freddie likes to play the game right, man. Likes to play the game right. But
I agree.
Yeah, man. The pressure is definitely on the DR more than
now I'm gonna. I agree with you. Now I'm gonna say this, and this is me saying this, right? The Dominican Republic, if they win this, do you realize?
I'm taking a spaceship and I'm leaving Earth.
Listen. If Dominican Republic wins the 2026 World Baseball Classic, you can forget it. Like you can't say shit. You can't say anything. You can't say anything. You gotta eat it. We all gotta eat it.
No, I'm telling you, I already got a course set for Mars. I heard we could live on Mars. Because I'm definitely gonna hear. Well, I'm here in my household. I'm here for my wife. I'm here every day for my wife. You know.
Right.
And I already told her my son's not playing for Dion at the WBC. He's gonna play for Cuba. That's already
not just any Cuba Libre.
Yeah. Amen.
Cuba Libre. But play for that one.
If they win, you got to tip their head.
No, you got it.
And they can win. Yeah, because I've been told that I'm anti-Dominican. I don't know, just because I tell the truth. But they can win. They have all the tools to win.
They have everything. They have everything. It's just got to execute.
Yeah.
You know, and that's it. That's what it's gonna take. And
I'm not in on Pujols. He makes too many bad decisions. It's nothing makes me. He's a new manager. He's not an experienced manager. Like if they had somebody like Tony Pena, I'm like, oh guys, be careful.
right. No, of course, absolutely.
Yeah. Even they even lost with Felipe Alou. Remember in 2009, who's probably, in my opinion, the best Latin manager of all time.
Yeah. To be fair, I think maybe though he might have been a little too old already.
Yeah, he might have been.
That could have been it.
A heck of a skipper who was robbed of winning a world title because of the strike.
From Montreal.
Yeah, man, that team would have killed everybody.
That's your guy. That was because of your guy over there.
Yeah, that guy. You know what I'm saying? But remember that the year that we didn't have a World Series because of the strike.
94.
Yeah. No, they would have won. They would have hands down. They would have beat everybody. They were like 94 and like 56. No, they were like 94 and 40 something. Like they were like 50 games over 500. No, definitely. Yeah.
All right, now here we go. This is the one I really wanted to get to. I was like, I really wanted to get to this one, right? So, okay, we understand what's going on in that pool, right? We know there's a lot of parity, the parity pool, right?
Yeah.
So explain yourself, sir, on what do you feel is going on with Team Cuba? What's going to happen at the end? Because is it true that you feel that Cuba will not win a game in the pool?
Oh, yeah. Listen, Cuba's pitching staff. All right. Their bullpen is decent. You got Yohan Lopez. You got Raidel Martinez. You got Darian Nunez. Who else do you have? You have Yariel Rodriguez, who can't be a starter because Toronto told me, hey, buddy, you can go, but you're not starting. So you have Frank Abel Alvarez, who's throwing heat. I was talking to him the other day. He's a good kid. And he sends me like a lot of videos. He's throwing 97. So he's going to be either signing in Mexico or signing in Japan. A kid who spent time in a Japanese farm system with the Chinchi Dragons. But starting pitching, aside from Livan Moinelo, what do you have? You know, you have Julio Robina, 10 ERA in the Mexican Pacific League. All right. And the Pacific League, the ball doesn't travel. You know, so he got lit up.
It's the other league that it travels.
And then you have Silvano Herrera, who said I'm not playing. You had Lazaro Estrada, who would have been a starter, also. Rafael Sanchez, nope. And then these rocket scientists that are in charge of Cuba, you have this kid named Brandon Guevara. Remember, we've been talking about that privately.
Yeah, of course.
97 miles an hour, who's a beast of a pitcher. Guess what? They didn't do his visa on time, so he's not going to play.
Unbelievable.
No, Cuba is a comedy of errors. All right. So, all right. And are these guys going to be motivated to play for Germán Mesa? They don't. I'm telling you, they don't like Germán Mesa. If they would have, the only guiding light there, the only savior for them is Noelvis Gonzalez. Noelvis Gonzalez. I know I talk a lot about him, but you have to. I've interviewed him and I've talked to him. He's a very smart guy. He lives in Italy, so he works a lot with Francisco Cervelli, who's the manager of Italy, and Cuba's using iPads now for the first time ever. That's because Noelvis Gonzalez.
For the first time ever?
Ever. They don't do any scouting. Like, all right.
No, advanced metrics.
Their pitching coach, right? Pedro Luis Lasso. Shouldn't be the pitching coach. That's another reason nobody likes him. You had Jesus Manso, who's a guru in Mexico, pitching coach. He said he had a commitment with the Mexican league. Nah, man. I read tonight. Nobody likes Mesa, bro. Nobody likes him. All right, so Lasso, last classic, I asked him, hey, what's the attack plan? What's the plan of attack, against Cuba? Against USA. He's like, we're going to go right at him. I was like, that's a good strategy. Oh, you saw how that worked out. He doesn't know anything about pitching, man.
We're going to go right at him. Like, yeah.
Bro, Ronnie Salinas was telling us, like, he did an interview with us in Spanish in Pelota Cubana. And he was telling us, like, these guys have no clue. Like, Cuba is like, man, it's the most dysfunctional federation in the history of federations.
You're like, we're screwed if that's your strategy.
Man, how long have when I saw, look, all right, another thing, you lose Pajes, you lose Ibanez, right? You lose Victor Labrada, right? You lose Ernesto Martinez Jr. It's gonna hit for that team, bro. All right, Moncada, and which Moncada shows up? Alexander Vargas, hell of a glove. Hasn't proven
it. What about the spine?
He's 105 years old, man.
He might run into one.
Yeah, one maybe. All right, no. One guy you need to look out for who should be playing in Japan. I don't know why he's not. Yoelkis Guibert. The problem in Cuba is, like, when Japan or somebody goes, you ask for somebody. No, it's not who you ask for. It's who they give you. No, we're gonna give you this guy, but I don't want that guy. Well, you need to take him. That's the way the Cuban Federation negotiates.
Whatever you want, we'll give it the opposite.
They strong arm you, and that's what happens when you have a government involved in a federation. Like, everybody, even the Cuban Federation, right? All right, the Cuban president of the Cuban Federation, right? I have sources near him. I know he doesn't want Germán Mesa as a manager, but they forced him to take Germán Mesa. He wanted Noelvis Gonzalez. All right, he wanted to let Zach Neto play on that team. Guess what? So no, we're not going to let Zach Neto play. That caused a big rift. A lot of players said, "Oh, so you rather lose because of your politics than win because of talent." You didn't notice after Zach Neto said how players started dropping, because that ruffled some feathers, bro. On top, I gotta play for Germán Mesa. You're not gonna let Zach Neto play now, bro. You know what? I'll go home. I'm taking my ball and I'm going home. That's what they did. You know what I'm saying? That's what they did. I don't see them winning a game, bro. Colombia's a pretty strong team.
Yeah. No, listen, and I agree with you, but here's the thing, right? And it's the same thing I keep telling you, and I understand the reason for being pessimistic. I get it. Like, when pigs fly, right? You're like, when pigs fly, I can't believe it. When pigs fly is when I believe that Cuba won't win a game. Like, I just can't. Esa camisa pesaba mucho. I'm not saying that it doesn't. Yeah.
It's going to take us behind the woodshed. I'm telling you that right now. It's going to take us behind the woodshed.
No, come on.
They did that to a good Cuba team. That Bernie Williams hit a ball that still hasn't landed against Cuba.
Bro,
you know?
Yeah, okay. And then what happened after that? They had that they came back. You guys won like the ultimate game that I've ever seen. That 4-3
I gotta
game.
send Alex Cintron some flowers. We won because Alex Cintron, man. That era. Otherwise, we don't win that game.
Henry didn't mention that, but it's okay. Yeah. He's like, no, Puerto Rico no hace errores. Hay que ganarle a Puerto Rico. And I should have said to him,
they rarely do. Two key moments in that game. Alex Cintron error and that relay from Yuri Gurriel. Hell of a throw. Nailed Ivan Rodriguez at home. Yeah. That's a hell of a throw. That was the two key moments in that game. That was the difference in that game. Because Puerto Rico had a hell of a team, man. Bernie Williams, Carlos Delgado being hurt. Carlos Delgado's not hurt. That might be different. That basically Carlos Delgado late in the game, you know.
Yeah,
but that
he was clutch too. The guy was clutch.
Tony Valentin, bro, that guy, man.
Oh, that he was a gamer.
Solid guy. I hate pitching to that guy. That guy's a textbook single up the middle every time. Like, yo, don't pitch to me.
No, and he had power too.
Yeah,
he had power. He could hit it out the park. He was a little guy, but he had pop for a little guy.
Yeah, no, definitely. Hold on for a second. Mami, la batería. No, I gotta plug this in. But was I gonna tell you? Yeah, no, he had textbook. He's Tony Valentin, the big fundamental when it comes to playing baseball.
Yep. Good, very good defense too. Switch hitter.
Solid major league.
Tony Valentin was a pro.
Solid major leaguer. You know.
Yep. Solid major leaguer.
Yeah. But no, man. I'm convinced. Colombia, they're gonna beat us. The only chance we have,
Panama. And I don't like Panama's team that much. What do you think? Now it's only on paper, but I feel like they take a step back this time. What do you think?
I mean, they got a lot of low minor leaguers. You know what I mean? They got a lot of low minor leaguers on that team. You know, and that not having Ivan Herrera really hurts them.
Yeah.
You know. But let me take a look at the roster. I'm at it. Well, Logan Allen's on that team. Alberto Baldonado, who plays in Asia. Jaime Barria, pretty good. Paulo Espino, but Paulo Espino's like 107 years old. So I don't know.
Okay.
He didn't do too well. Javi Guerra, that guy kills Cuba. In the Serie Caribe, that guy, he's a pitcher, but he can also hit.
Oh, yeah.
He was MVP. So I don't know, man.
Edmundo Sosa.
Yeah, good shortstop, the infielder. Christian Betancourt is going to be their catcher.
He's like 3,000 years old, Christian Betancourt.
No, he's still better than anything Cuba puts on the field, besides Lucas. Jonathan Aruz is there. Joan Camargo, Ruben Tejada. Yeah,
those guys are like 1,000 years old each.
Yeah, they're still pros. They're still pros. Yeah, it's
gonna be interesting.
Well, Cuba, they're gonna. But Mayorga's a pretty good manager, though. So, but yeah, that'll be for who has to qualify next year for the next World Baseball Classic, which is probably gonna be Cuba.
Think you guys. No, listen. Well, a streak is probably gonna end this year, right? Either Puerto Rico or Cuba is not gonna get out of the first round. From what it looks like,
we'll find a way to lose this. Last night, they're playing the exhibition game against Nicaragua, right? This guy's bunting in situations where you should have people hitting. It's a practice game. See what you got. And then, no, this guy disputes a call in a practice game. I was like, what's this guy doing, bro? Like, what?
Who does that?
Mesa last night. That guy's the worst, man. I'm telling you, we got the worst man. It's like, like Cuba does stuff like, we don't want Mesa. We're going to give you Mesa. It's like Cuba's like the Marlins. Like they ask the fans, what don't you want?
That's a good one.
They ask the fans, what don't you want? And that's what they give you, what you don't want.
We'll give you these jerseys.
Yeah, right?
Everybody's like, give us the OG ones, the black and teal. No, we'll give you orange. Remember when they put the orange?
Orange with rainbow colors. Yeah, I know.
Right.
I know. Ugliest jersey ever made. I think.
Oh, that was bad.
I'm not sure. I think Brito was the one that who by his own right is a great artist, but I think he was the one that actually did design those uniforms.
What?
Something like that. I'll have to research it, but I think it was Brito that designed the uniform.
The Jose Fernandez Stanton era. Those?
Yeah, I think it was Brito. I'm not sure because there's a lot of the artwork that he uses.
I don't care who designed those jerseys.
That
was a fail.
It is uniform.
The only thing I liked about those uniforms was that Jose Fernandez used them, and Fernandez probably my favorite. I told you he's probably my favorite Cuban player of all time. I love Jose Fernandez. He was my dude. I loved him.
My stepdaughter just walked in. I'm trying to get me better, But yeah, bro. There she goes right there. But yeah, those are the ugliest uniforms ever in the history of uniforms. I mean, they should have just stuck with the uniforms they had. Like the pinstripe one was classic, and then the teal one was even nicer.
I loved it.
I actually have a Marlins cap, right? The old ones with the F. It says
with the
Hialeah
F?
on it. It has a letter. It says Hialeah on it like this. I'm gonna wear it one day when we actually do. I bought it. They actually released a series of caps here in Miami at Rasul's that they put like actual cities like Carroll City, Liberty City, Hialeah,
Right. The time, the
Miami.
different the neighborhoods and stuff.
Yeah. No. But yeah, Cuba's on there.
So let me.
What is that?
No, what I was gonna say. So let me ask you then, like on the record, who do you think is gonna? Who are the two teams that will come out of that group?
I think it's gonna be Puerto Rico, obviously, and I'm gonna say Colombia.
Colombia is dangerous, bro.
Yes,
Colombia is dangerous. They're dangerous, and that's Puerto Rico's first game. That's a dangerous. I think Puerto Rico has to win that game.
Yeah,
if they want to come out, they have to.
Colombia and Panama are gonna take Cuba behind the woodshed, bro.
Oh, come on. Damn, bro.
Well, not Panama, Puerto Rico and Colombia. Puerto Rico and Colombia. Panama, it'll be like an 18-inning game, and they'll lose on an error by Cuba. That's what's going to happen. Because
that cabrón, bro. The only thing that, look, I know you're very pessimistic about this, right? And I get it. I understand why. The one thing I will say is that Colombia's pitching is not like the greatest pitching in the world. It's decent in some spots, right? Yeah. They got Quintana, they got some other guys, whatever.
That's the pitching against Cuba. Quintana.
Panama, but what I'm saying, like Panama and Panama and Colombia's pitching is on par. I feel like you guys can all, you know what I mean? I would just worry more about the offense. Cuba's offense scares me.
I mean,
I don't like I don't like your lineup.
Just throw a left-hander against Cuba. That's all you gotta do. Just throw us a left-hander. We can't left-handed. I can pitch left-handed against them, and they won't hit me. Look at Cuba's numbers against left-handed pitching in the international game lately. They're terrible. They can't hit left-handed pitching.
Yeah, Puerto Rico's got left-handers, so we might have to throw one against.
No, that's probably what's going to happen. I think everybody's going to throw a left-handed pitcher against Cuba. You know, see, all right. Cuba has Moinelo in the first game against Panama.
Stud.
Yeah, but what could he throw? 66 pitches. What do you do then?
They only give you 65.
65 pitches. Okay. 65. All right. What are you gonna do then? The middle relief is a problem. I mean, if you could get to Lopez, Rydell, you could get to Darian Nunez, and even Darian sometimes this is kind of an adventure. You know, if you can get
but Yariel, to me, Yariel is good if he doesn't have to throw more than an inning.
Yeah. Well, Yariel's come a long way though. Yariel was a guy in 2019 that only threw 2 pitches before he went to Japan. He threw a fastball, he threw a slider. I remember sitting at a 2019 friendly series between Cuba, the collegiate United States, and Cuba. Yeah. And the scout for the Colorado Rockies telling me, hey, I would sign this guy, but this guy can only throw an inning. He only throws 2 pitches. Like, what's he going to do? Now he throws like 4 or 5 pitches. When he went to Japan, they made him into a pitcher. He's not, and Giordano and I will always argue about this, but we argue about everything. But I love him to death. But my brother. But I always told Giordano, this guy's not a starter. He's like, yes, he is. I was like, no, he's not, man.
You were right. No, you were right. And I like his stuff. I've always, if he could ever be control, he needs to get.
It's not even that much stamina. His velocity dips after the
He probably needs to get in better shape.
Well, I think he should just be he could be a closer or a setup man, a good one, all-star caliber one. But the thing is, something must have happened there because Toronto put him, they DFA'd him, and then they either took him off the major league roster. A guy who had a 3 ERA last year, so I don't know. Something must have happened there. Mysteriously, when people play for Cuba, things happen. I don't know.
I agree.
Something
happened there. No, you're probably right. Something happened there.
Had to be. But they really only have 2 major leaguers on that roster, Moncada and ERL. But if you have not to say Alexei wasn't a good player, but Alexei has no business being on the Cuba WBC.
Oh no, at 45 years old.
Alexei, Despain, like come on, man. Who are you gonna bring up back next? Cepeda?
They had their time. They had their time.
Cepeda would have been a number 3 hitter everywhere.
And they were really good players at that time.
No, great player. Cepeda's not only a good player, he's a real nice guy. Cepeda, I think Cepeda would be a great hitting coach anywhere. Because if anybody knows about hitting, it's Frederick Cepeda.
Oh, he could hit. Oh, ese tipo era un animal, bro.
That guy
hit.
Well, he still hits in
Yeah.
the Cuban League. He reached a few records. He's one of 3 players to hit 300 home runs in the Cuban League since the inception of the wooden bat. One is Yuli Gurriel, Joe Carlos Pedroso's the other one, and Frederick's the third. No, Frederick's
Switch
a hell of a hitter. Yeah, definitely.
Switch hitter. Oh, animal, bro.
Like
Animal.
I told you before, he's a refined version of Kendry Morales.
Kendry.
He would have been a better player than Kendry Morales.
Yeah, I agree, but you know what, Kendry, I give him a lot of credit because Kendry era bien bateador bien fino. También.
Yeah,
He was,
well, this
that
guy's
guy
better.
could hit. Yeah,
This
he
guy's
was
better.
better.
No,
He
Kendry.
could have been.
Nothing. Kendry was a hell of a hitter, and if he doesn't break his ankle, Lord knows what he does.
That guy
Yeah,
could
because
hit,
after
bro.
he broke his ankle, he wasn't the same guy after he came back. You know?
No.
Yeah.
It was sad, man. I used to love Kendry.
Oh man, I was happy. Like I used to tell people, hey, this guy's gonna hit. I don't believe you. Like I always tell people, like, you know how we're plugged into Cuba. We always tell people, hey, this guy's gonna be good, and people tell us, no. Especially from the other island, not named Puerto Rico. They usually tell us, oh, you're not good, and I tell them, okay, man. You know,
right.
But let's see, man. I'm telling you, I'm very pessimistic. This is the worst team Cuba's taken to the World Baseball Classic. The
No, because all of
2017
2017.
is better than this team.
Really?
I think so.
23? What about 23? You think 23
way
is better
better.
too?
23 was the best team they took was 2006. 2006, people didn't know that they were playing major leaguers because you didn't know much about the Cuban League. After the biggest mistake Cuba made was playing the 2006 World Baseball.
That's the one who I thought was the best. That was actually even though
Hands-down.
they beat my team, that was my favorite Cuban team.
Oh man, you have Michelle Enriquez.
That was my favorite.
Eduardo Paredes, Yuli, a young Yuli. You had Pedroso. You had Pestano. You had Carlos Tavares. You had Osmani Urrutia and Cepeda.
Even though Pestano's not like known for being like the greatest guy for
No,
some
not.
people, right? But I respected him. He was
he's a
a
great
field
catcher.
general,
Well,
great catcher.
He's actually a good father, man. He's a great. I know his son, Junior.
yep.
Junior's a great kid, man. He was raised very well. He might not be endear people, but in his home life, he's actually a pretty good guy, man. I mean,
That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that.
Political bias aside, he's actually a pretty
right.
good guy. Well, he does things correctly. But Cuba went to the 2006 Classic, right? They made a big racket. People threatened to boycott. Puerto Rico took our side. Puerto Rico threatened to boycott if Cuba didn't play. But they made a mistake because when the Cuban players saw how the other side lived, and I'm like, hold on, I'm better than this guy. This guy's making millions. I'm leaving.
Right.
That the Cuban League went like this. It declined. It started with Alexei, who was the first guy to leave, and then it went after that. Like the last good team we fielded, the best team we probably had in the Classic was 2013. Had all those guys end up signing.
Oh yeah. Star-studded. Star-studded.
Your infield was Yuli Gurriel, Aruba Reina.
Pitching too.
Jose Miguel Fernandez, and Jose Abreu. All 4 of those guys went to the major leagues. Then you had Heredia in center field, major leaguer. You had Yasmani Tomas in right field, major leaguer. And you had Frederick in left field, who ended up signing in Japan. And then you had Spain as your DH, another guy who hit the most home runs by any Cuban in the Japanese league.
And they could have all been at least DHs or at least in the major leagues. They could have been DHs.
No, I
they
think
would have hit.
Cepeda would have been. Cepeda, his strong suit is not fielding. He's normal fly ball.
No, but he could hit.
Oh, and he doesn't have a bad arm. Tomas, believe it or not, he's not a bad.
Yeah.
Was not, but he just got too heavy. But Tomas is a hell of a hitter, and he had all those Cubans have arms, and
every single one of those guys.
Heredia's still playing, and he's like killing it in Korea. He's killing it in Korea. So nah, man. 2013 was probably the best team, but they lost because Victor Mesa, terrible manager. Like
but he's back. He's back for more.
Oh, Mesa? No, it's Victor. Not
Victor. Gotcha.
Yeah, Victor.
Not Herman. No, but Herman is back though. He's back.
Yeah, Herman. But Victor, you're beating the Netherlands by 2 runs. Norberto Gonzalez was a good left-hander, but he's throwing 70 pitches in relief. You have Iglesias in the bullpen. You had Odrisamer Spain in the bullpen, when turned out to be a pretty good pitcher. And you don't bring him in. This guy throws Edgerton Simmons like 8 straight sliders.
Oh my God, I remember. I
That
was it.
He parked it in the Asian Sea. Like he hit it far.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was like 500 feet, bro. He hit a bomb.
That would have been the only team in that World Baseball Classic, and I'm gonna say it, that would have gave DR a run for their money, because the type of hit the players they had matchup with DR.
Absolutely. Everything. Pitching too.
Yeah,
Pitching, hitting, everything. Yep.
Yeah.
I
Just
agree.
DR, the advantage DR in that classic had, they had a great manager, man. Great manager, great GM.
It
Moisello
made the
built that
difference.
team.
Made the difference.
Yeah.
And the bullpen nobody was hitting that bullpen.
No, that's the best bullpen in the classic ever. Look,
I
Santiago
agree.
Casilla. You had Pedro Strop. You had Fernando
La
Ramos.
Flecha.
7 games in that series. You had Octavio Dotel, got rest his soul, who was unhittable, man. That relief pitching, because you didn't really have good starting pitching.
Nobody was gonna hit it. Nobody.
Volquez is not that good of a pitcher. Samuel Deduno pitched good, but Samuel Deduno is not he pitched good.
Not a major leaguer, but
he pitched good against PR. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah. I saw.
Yeah, no,
they couldn't score runs.
No, and so but that bullpen took the cake, man. Took the cake.
Oh,
and you had a pretty talented team outside from the infield was pretty talented, because you had Hanley at third, you had Reyes at shortstop, you had Cano at second, you had Encarnacion at first, and then you had Eric Abar was your backup, you know, and you had Tejada, who was 75 years old, but he was a good backup player.
Right.
So yeah, but your outfield with Sierra, Díaz.
Outfield was kind of weak. It was not a great
aside
outfield.
From Nelson Cruz, because you had Ricardo
Moises Sierra.
Yeah, it was not. He wasn't a good
Ricardo Nanita.
Yeah,
it was not.
But you had Cruz. Cruz is on that team though.
Cruz,
as well. Nelson Cruz. But no, it was. Alo did a great job, man. And like I said, chemistry. They're probably the least talented team DR has taken to the Classic, but they had the best chemistry. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's why they won, brother. Exactly why they won.
That's true.
Why they won.
That's what you need in a Classic to be able to win, you know. But we're gonna see how it plays out, though. I feel like we're gonna get some good upsets. We're gonna get some surprises, and I can't wait.
So proven otherwise, I don't trust Albert Pujols as their manager. I don't. I really do not.
So who do you have in the final? Are we seeing a rematch of Japan and USA, you think?
Yeah.
Inevitably?
USA, Japan and USA or Japan and DR. You know what I mean? If DR gets their act straight, you know?
Well, I'm trying to see how that would work. I guess that depends on how the seeding ends, because, you know, they swap the seeds, I think, at the end, the semifinal. Or
no,
like
yeah. Well, no, USA and DR or USA and Japan? Because I think in this bracket, Japan will have to play DR.
It would meet in the semis.
Yeah. That would be. I would. I'm definitely not missing.
That'd be a great game. That'd be a great game.
I'm on paternity leave till April something, so I'm definitely not going to miss that game.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm hoping to see Puerto Rico and USA. I'll sign up for Puerto Rico USA semis.
Oh, definitely. That's a great game. There's a noise in the background, brother. My son is sometimes.
No, of course, bro. Bro. Muchas bendiciones, bro.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Yeah,
God bless.
He
gets excited. So he's hearing dad talking.
Yeah, no. He's my son. He's 2 months old, almost 2 months. He's like 11 pounds. He's healthy as hell, man. Yeah, man. So when he's hungry,
that's what you need.
Amen. When he's hungry, he's like, Dad, I want to eat food. So he
tells you in his language.
Oh, don't don't touch him. When you touch him, like, hey, Poppy, eat your food. I'm sorry.
He's he came out like his dad, bro. What are you talking he's like his dad.
Angry old guy. Yeah, I'm an angry old guy.
He gets hungry too.
Oh yeah. No, but yeah, bro. I just can't. I'm people are probably gonna kill me. Like, oh, this guy hates Cuba. No, I'm just a realist.
No, I get it. Yeah. That's how I felt about Team Puerto Rico. So I get it.
Yeah, Puerto Rico's way better than Cuba. You know who I really do want to see do well in the World Baseball Classic? Nolan,
me too. Yeah, Nolan. I'm rooting for him. I'm waiting like 100 years to get the jersey. We'll see when they actually.
Oh, I'm definitely getting one as well. My collection. Definitely getting those all for my collection. You know, I'm wearing one today. At least say.
There you go. All right, my brother. So, let people know where to find you and all that good stuff.
Pelota Cubana USA. My brother Giordano Carmona and I, we started up just new to the game, and now we're members of the BWA. And if, for not all Latinos speak good Spanish like we do, I got Cuban Baseball Digest. If you want to learn about Cuban baseball in English, definitely or just look at Pelota Cubana USA on Instagram and on Twitter,
X,
whatever you call it, and Yusseff 305. That's my Twitter and my Instagram. But thank you, brother. Thank you for always having
Yo,
me
mi
on, man.
hermano, muchas
You do a great
gracias,
job.
bro.
You do a great job.
Yo,
I love your
I
takes on
appreciate
everything.
you.
Yeah, I
Yo,
appreciate
Yusseff
you too.
Díaz. Yo, this is my brother.
Love
This
you to
is my
death, bro.
guy.
Love you to death.
All
Can't
right,
wait to
yo,
see
love
you
you too,
cover.
brother.
Can't wait to see you cover the New York Mets this year, man. I
Yes,
know you're gonna
sir.
do a hell
Yes,
of a job. I know you're gonna do a hell of a job.
appreciate you, brother. Yo,
Likewise,
thank
brother.
you, of course, Yusseff Díaz. We'll talk soon, my brother.
All right,
Take
my
care.
brother. Take it easy,
All
brother.
right, all right, all right. As always, live life as if you're in a 3-2 count. Until next time.